Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
It's time to complete one more experiment before the year is over. I'm going to need a desire driver. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a desire driver. Why did I say desire driver? This is a Gotchard driver. Geats is such a better season than this. But, yeah, this is a thing. So, may as well get it out of the way. Hoppa 1, Steam lineup. You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah, I did not put the batteries into this thing, but hey, at least I have it. I got the thing. Thank you for the Christmas present. Thank you so much for getting this for me. I'm very happy and excited to have that because, yeah. Sooner, because, I got all 5 Rehiwa drivers now. Now I just got to start collecting the trading cards. But, yeah, no, I swear, when they showed that single-colored Rubik's Cube, I had to bring this with me to today's podcast. In case you're wondering, it's a cube in a cube. Don't worry about it. It's mostly solved. It's, basically, only this ring around each side is technically not solved. It's rotated around, but everything's perfectly level. So, yeah, I know how to solve Rubik's cubes. Why you ask? Yeah, and in case you haven't noticed, yes, I got a T-shirt. I got a T-shirt for our show, the Rider Time Archive. So I'm going to start wearing this from now on as we do Kamen Rider build, but we're not here to do Kamen Rider build. This isn't the Rider Time Archive. No, this is the Rider Time podcast, and we're doing Kamen Rider Gotchard, episode 16, and the finale to this arc, Crisis Christmas, Orochi Incident. And actually, not gonna lie, that's actually kind of a funny title, that first part at least, Crisis Christmas. It rolls off the tongue pretty well, all things considered. But yeah, this is the end of an entire arc. So let me know what you guys think about not just this episode, but also the arc as a whole. Is this first quarter? Is it a quarter, really? Kind of is. Is this first four? No, not even four. Is the first 30% of Gotchard everything you want it to be? Do you think there could be improvements? What do you guys think is going to happen in the next arc? Let me know in the comments. If you guys comment to us in the chat box while we're live, we will display your comments right here at the bottom. So let us know what you guys think. So, but yeah, we are here to talk about episode 16. So, and I'm not gonna lie, good riddance with this arc. I'm honestly kind of tired of it. I'm glad that next week we will not have to do any Gotchard. We'll just focus on Blazar and Build for the entire week. Just those 2 shows. No Power Rangers. Sadly, no King Oger. But we are going to do Blazar and Build because Rider Time Archive. We're doing Kamen Rider Build on Ultra Quest Podcast. We are doing Ultraman Blazar, and the show's almost over too. It's crazy. We're 23 episodes. Well, the show's 23 episodes in. We are only 18 episodes in. Well, we will be 18 episodes in tomorrow. But yeah, so it's the obligatory Christmas episode, which means expect someone to die, except no one does this time around. That's kind of weird. Not gonna lie, feels kind of weird. This episode felt a little too easy. And the thing is, Orochi felt like such a massive threat. I mean, it's freaking Orochi, one of the most legendary antagonists in Shinto mythology. Like it's an 8-headed snake, and each head has like a different ability. That's why it's so popular in pop culture. And yeah, like you've seen Orochi show up in Okami. We've seen it show up in Naruto because you have a character named Orochimaru. Let's see. There's Orochimon from Digimon Tamer. There and there's always the mythology of having a maiden try to get it drunk so it falls asleep, so that the Thunder Kami Susanoo could use the Kusanagi sword in order to behead its 8 heads. But no, like you'd think there would be a Susanoo card or Susanoo form in this episode just to match the whole Orochi concept, but there really isn't. The episode felt mid. I feel like there isn't even like a proper cliffhanger to end things on. If you've seen our discussion of Kamen Rider Build episode 16 and how episode 16 ended, you understand what I'm talking about. Like we need a really good hook to get us invested into the next arc. So when we come back in January, like we have something to look forward to. But I feel like we didn't really get much of that. The only thing that's like the only real hook here is who's this mysterious other Gotchard. But let's get right into it. It's Christmas time. There's several cards still left to capture, and it just so happens that we see a vampire, Kraken, Orochi. Oh look, Jamata no Orochi. Jama. We remember that prefix somewhere. And of course, Ninetales. Is this a reference to Kamen Rider Skits having a Kyuubi next to a Jama next to each other? Don't you wish you could watch Skits instead? I certainly wish I could watch Skits instead. I don't know about you guys, but Gotchard's just not doing it for me. And that's sad. Like, I love alchemy. I love trading cards. I mean, I like trading cards to an extent, especially if it's Kamen Rider related. But yeah, no, like this season's, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling it. And don't get me wrong, a lot of these cards have really cool designs and stuff, but it doesn't excuse the writing's just not as fun as I would like it to be. So there's that. So Hotaro asked the rest of the squad, "Hey, you guys want to collect more chemis while we're on winter break?" And of course they're like, "No." Because Hotaro has a lot of reservations for Christmas, and insert Chinese restaurant reference here, because if you know, I know, but if you know, if you don't make reservations earlier on to eat Chinese food on Christmas, you ain't eating Chinese food. At best, you're gonna have to wait 45 minutes in line just to eat at Panda Express. And no one should have to subjugate themselves to eating at Panda Express, because Panda Express is the McDonald's of Chinese food. It's quick, but quality of food isn't exactly good. So that's something that you'd have to deal with in that regard. And as far as Renge and Sabimaru are concerned, they have to sell Christmas cakes because we gotta get that cash in, because Renge needs that cash. And what Renge wants, Renge gets. Meanwhile, as far as the Hades sisters are concerned, Clotho is still damaged from her fight in the previous episode, but a mysterious entity shows up and takes over Lachesis' body. And yes, it's Grayon, this higher character that we have hinted on in previous episodes, but never got to see more fruition about. So, what does he do in Lachesis' body? He turns into amalgam. I mean, isn't it obvious? That's always what they do. They turn into amalgam, or they turn other people into amalgam. In this case, he turns Lachesis into amalgam. So there's that. Meanwhile, Spanner meets his mentor, and honestly, it's cool that it's a female mentor. Like, why wouldn't it be? Like, I have no problem with this. Like, you're probably expecting some old dude, maybe in a karate gi, or maybe in a kimono, but nope. It's a no-nonsense professional woman, and surprisingly, with the chipper personality, that's the part that surprised me. Her personality. She's a lot nicer than I expected, but yeah, she's working on a new driver. And the new driver means a new rider. Does that mean we're going to get our second rider this season? Do we even get one in this episode? There's a lot of unanswered questions, but we're going to go into them in a bit. Kajiki is outside, like being like, bah humbug. Why is everyone into Christmas? People should be obsessing about aliens this time of year. I got you, my guy. You know what you could do? You could watch Doctor Who. It's about an alien who saves Christmas. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's like other episodes that don't involve Christmas, but every year, except for the Chibnall era, every year, the Doctor always saves Christmas. We got the Sycorax back in 2006. We got the Runaway Bride in 2007, 2008. We got the Voyage of the Damned. Yeah, that's right, Titanic in space. And then you got five specials. 2 Christmas ones, and a New Year's one, and an Easter one. That's a lot of specials. But then we got Christmas Carol in 2010. We got the Doctor, the Witch, and the Wardrobe the following year. Then we got the Snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? No! Okay, bye. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, let me know if you guys watch Doctor Who. Which is your favorite Christmas special? If you like Power Rangers, which I know you guys do, what's your favorite Christmas special? If you like Kamen Rider, what's your favorite Christmas special? Does Ultraman have a Christmas special? I'm not sure. I haven't watched any season of Ultraman all the way through, but soon that will change. Probably in a week or two. There's still the movie to deal with. I don't know how we're going to deal with the movie, but when we do deal with the movie, we will have completed Blazar in its entirety. And then we could go all the way back to Tiga. Okay. Now, while Kachiki is out trying to lament that it's Christmas season, we see a giant storm cloud, and inside is a giant snake with a bell on its neck. And it petrified everyone, including Kajiki. And Renge and Sabimaru joined soon after. I'm sad. These are the most delightful characters. These three on the far right are the most delightful characters in the entire show. And they spend the entire episode being petrified. Honestly, that's kind of disappointing. I'm really sad. But, freaking Spanner tries to stop it, and like he has a flashback, it's like, as a Valvared, you can only use a specific category of chemis as armor. But if you get if this rider belt works, you'll be able to have all of Gotchard's powers plus extra. I'm like, is he going to become a Kamen Rider? Nope. He just turns into Valverid, which kind of makes the flashback scene pointless. Like, why would you flash back to that if it doesn't amount to anything? But he tries to fire a laser at Orochi, and it doesn't work. And then we see Jungle Jam again. I'm surprised to see Jungle Jam again. Okay, like Thunder Jam, Lightning Jungle, whatever it's called. One of his two bulky forms. At least this one we get to see more of, thankfully. They're able to break off the bells of one of the heads, but then they realize, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. We can't have a snake, a Kemi, because we already captured a snake Kemi. But then we find out, we see the snake head again, but it has another bell, so it's like, wait a minute. This isn't a snake. It's Orochi. It's freaking Orochi. Now we know what we're dealing with. So naturally, yeah, we fight it off, but it does seem like it's a little too much for our hero. But I do like how this sequence works because we see more of its heads. We see him use some of his older forms, mainly Sabo Needle. But he is just severely overwhelmed, and rightfully so. But then a mysterious figure saves him just in the nick of time. And that figure is Gotchard? Gotchard? How? Is that really you? How is this possible? Okay, let me know what you guys think about this form. This fiery red-orange Gotchard. Honestly, for me, I think the cooler part is his chest because regular Gotchard is like mostly like a blue armor, but he has like a red furnace on his chest. But this dude has a blue furnace on his chest. Or her. It's not quite clear if it's a man or woman in there, but we do know that their chest has a blue furnace, which for me shows that they are indeed more powerful than regular. They're more powerful than regular Gotchard because blue fire is hotter than red fire. Just a science lesson for you guys. The color spectrum involves red having the lowest frequency, blue having the highest frequency, which means that because there's more waves per second, that means that there's more energy, which means there's more heat. Therefore, the color blue is hotter than the color red. So, like, red stars are colder, while blue stars are hotter. And you would probably also know this if you've ever watched All-Star Superman. And yeah, on subject of Superman. When it's a red star, he doesn't have any superpowers. When it's a blue star, his powers are supercharged even more than that of a yellow star. Have I ever seen a green star? Probably not, but there should be one. And the science star while we're at it. Anywho. But yeah. No, this dude makes quick work of Orochi. Like, the giant form doesn't last a minute against this mysterious new Gotchard. And it shrinks back down to normal size. And then this Gotchard tells Hotaru, it's like, you got two options. You either sit back and let me take care of this, or you take the future into your own hands. And which is kind of a weird thing to say. But okay. Hotaru says, yeah, I'm going to go with the latter option. And turns into X-Rex and X-UFO. And obviously, using X-UFO, they defeat the Orochi card. And yeah, peace is restored. Christmas is saved. But, and Hotaru gives this present to his mom, which is a flower pin of some kind. Meanwhile, we see the true identity of Greyon, which is this dude with a monocle, I guess. I don't know what I was supposed to expect. But he's got a Rubik's Cube. You know, gotta love the Rubik's Cube. You know, that's honestly the highlight of the episode. You know, like yeah. I mean, I don't know what to expect more from this episode, but yeah, that's all there's. Oh wait, there is one more thing. There is one more thing going on, and that is uh, Spanner gets a phone call from the mysterious red Gotchard, and he's told, "Hey, listen, hey, listen, hey, listen. The next phase of our operation is at hand." So, and that's where the episode ends. So let me ask you guys this: what do you think is going to happen in the next arc? Do you think there might be some kind of last minute betrayal of some kind? Do you think that maybe do you think we're gonna finally get an official second writer? Who knows? But I can't wait to find out. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a second. But okay. And I messed up. Okay, whatever. But yeah, no. What can I say about this episode? It was mid. Yeah, there's some cinematic scenes going on. With the fight scenes, especially when the other Gotchard shows up. But beyond that, there's really not much I can say about it. It's just there. I don't know. I expected more from a holiday finale, so I guess it's like an 8.5 out of 10 for me, because I don't know. Like, I know that this is the obligatory holiday episode. I get it. Believe me, I get it. But the thing is, there's more that could have been done, and I'm sad that more wasn't done. Yeah. So there's that. Because like with X8, one of the main characters dies. In X8, one of the main characters dies. In Build, we find out that there's an invasion going on. In GO, we find out that there's another timeline, and we're not in our original timeline. So there's something to look forward to. 01, another company's trying to take over Hiden Enterprises, and this may pose severe issues for our main character because he's struggling as the president of a company as it is. But now, there's this rival competitor trying to put him out of business. In Saber, our main character is branded as a traitor, and everyone believes him for some reason. I still have issues with that. Revice was the most disappointing one for me because we see a green light in the neighbor's house, but turns out freaking Sakura chickens out before we can find out what that secret even is. Geats had an amazing end because we expose Grigori as the menace that he really was, and he gets ousted. But we also find out, turns out you're all part of a game show, and so now we have to live with the rules that that the game show, what's it called, that we're in a reality show, and we're just living in it, we have to live with this false reality. But beyond that, it's this one, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. Like we don't have like an amazing revelation. Like it's like all we know is that there's another Gotchard. Who is this other Gotchard? Who cares? I'm not given a reason to care. Like, but that's just basically the gist of it, like. And what's worse is, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if this other Gotchard is the teacher, like the mentor for Spanner, because they did say, "Oh, get ready for the next phase of our operation." So yeah, I mean, that sounds like something that she would say, but they also had a bit of a male voice, so maybe it's Yamato. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. Like, what is Grayon's next plan? Who is this? Who is this other Gotchard? Are they the second writer? Who's going to be the second writer? Is it going to be Rene? Because we know Rene gets a new form. The arc as a whole is honestly uninteresting. I have to give that a 7 out of 10 because, again, like you got Rene and Hotaru as the main characters, and they're just so darn boring. I'm sorry, but they're incredibly boring. Whenever I watch the show, I'm more invested in what Renge and what's it called? I'm more invested in what Renge and Sabimaru are up to. Heck, I'm even more invested in what Kajiki's up to, because the two main characters are just so boring. Like, why should we even care about them? It's like, yeah, Rene's dad may or may not be a traitor, but I feel like there's a setup involved. Because, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure there's a setup involved. And so I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I mean, if he becomes the main villain, fine, I will accept it, but give me a reason to care for some of these characters. Sabimaru turning evil, that gave me a reason to care about him. But Rene and Hotaru, I'm not given much of a reason to care about them. Like, all I know is one wants to be best friends with all the Kemis, and the other one has daddy issues. Well, they both have daddy issues. And I'm honestly more invested in watching Blazar. And that sounds insane coming from me, because I've made it very clear in the past, I'm not an Ultraman fan. I am a Kamen Rider fan. But when a concurrent Rider series is worse than the Ultraman series of the same time period, you know we have a problem. And I'm not against Ultraman being good. I'm against Kamen Rider being bad. Yeah, Revice has issues. Yes, Ghost has issues. But this season's just boring. I hope that Arc 2, things just pick up. I just hope things pick up. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode and the arc. You have to because it's Christmas Serene. Unicorn Kemi. I'm down for Unicorn Kemi. They really spoiled half of the winter film. I don't know what happened in the winter film. Please don't tell me what they spoiled. Please, I'm begging you. Don't spoil the winter film. I have not seen it. Let's see. Clotho is still mad that he saved her skin. Technically, yeah, he did. Oh yeah, I love that line that Atropo says. It's like, do not be ungrateful. You got a gift from the boss. You should be happy, even though it's like super painful. Like, why? Like, bro. Let's see. Meet Spanish mentor who tells him to keep an eye on Rene this whole time. Yeah. There's the answer. He and Hotaru won't have to share the driver or the attachment. Let's see. poor Kajiki, he's always getting involved in danger. Yeah, but that's why I want him to become a science-themed Kamen Rider. Give us that. Like May already got robbed way back when like she should have been Ikazuchi. No, sorry, not Ikazuchi. When she was supposed to become Kamen Rider Espada, but she didn't. And that still bothers me. It's been 3 years and it still bothers me. May was robbed. Cool hand puppet effect, I guess. The amalgam is an Orochi cameo. Of course it is. Actually, I didn't have a chance to look at what posture that the Kemi uses, because there's always like this or this or this or this. I didn't have a chance to get a good look at what the poses, but I'm not going to take the time to look at it right now because I'm reading your guys' comments. Let's see. Wipe his memory again. I hope they don't. I feel like he's gonna get like some kind of brain cancer if like you keep wiping his memories. A flower brooch from Oscars. Oh, I mean, look. There are better gifts and there are worse gifts. Better gifts. Pocket watch. In Kamen Rider Den-O, Irie got a fixed pocket watch. I like that. Let's see. Hyper Battle is a body swap story. Hotaru will gain some weight for Rine's body and get some bad grades on her report. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I hope that doesn't happen. Final Rider Time podcast of the year. Yes. After this, we only have 2 more shows left. We got 1 more episode of Blazar and 1 more batch for Build, and we're done for 2024. Happy New Year. Thanks. Happy New Year to you too. What is your Costa Notice? Nice to meet you. What is your favorite episode of MMPR? Well, that's a tough one. That's really hard. I feel like I need to go by season because otherwise it could take a while. Also, how do you even pick a favorite episode? Let's see. Season 1. That's a tough one. It's crazy. I've been watching a bunch of MMPR episodes recently, and now you can't even think of good episodes. Okay, so I'll say this. For season 2 for sure, my favorite pre White Ranger episode, like pre power transfer episode, was the episode right after Green No More Part 2. The episode, I can't remember the name of the episode, but it's the episode where Lord Zed creates 4 new candles for Billy, Zach, Trini, and Kimberly, because Jason is having a hard time dealing with the fact that Tommy permanently lost his powers. And the acting on both Austin St. John and Walter Jones was fantastic in that scene. Like if there was ever a scene I would ever use to show that these guys know how to act, it would be that scene of that episode. It's like you got to get those emotions right in there. It's like, yeah. As far as season 2, after the power transfer goes, Mirror of Regret. Like it has to be an Adam Focus episode, which interestingly enough he gets quite a number of. But to be fair, Rangers Vice Versa did have Sabrina Liu play the final appearance of Scorpina, and that scene where she transforms into Scorpina, that's nightmare fuel. That facial expression she gives, perfect nightmare fuel. I'm not like Sabrina. If you're watching this, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to insult you in any way. I'm just saying that way you smile in that scene, like chills. As far as season 3 goes, that's tough. I'd have to say any episode that involves Cat being evil. That entire arc was just fantastic. So if anything, Changing of the Zords Part 2. And let's see. As far as Rangers of Aquatard go, Attack of the 60-foot bulk. Like, I just love having the equations at a water park. That was just hilarious to me. But I need to go back to season 1. It would be cheating if I said. What was it called? It would be cheating if I said that one episode, Green with Evil. So I'm gonna have to go with the Pudgy Pig episode because I love Pudgy Pig, and he is played by Eric Betts, who I am a fan of. But if we're gonna go with Jew 2 footage, I'm gonna go with Friend in Need Part 2. Sorry, Return of a Friend Part 2. Not because Tommy comes back, but because of the food fight scene at the end of the episode. I love like there's so much good about it. How Skull's parents are like Skull, while Bulk's parents are prim and proper as opposed to Bulk. I love how Kim's mom and dad are able to be cordial with each other despite being divorced. Like divorced parents is something that's not really addressed often in Power Rangers. Now, you do have single parents in Power Rangers, surprisingly a lot, but it's rarely addressed about them being single parents. For example, like one of the more prominent episodes is how they try to get Haley's dad to date Sarah's mom. Yeah, you got two single parents, but I don't think that compares to a Return of a Friend Part 2, because if you've ever seen Mrs. Doubtfire, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, moving right along. Let's see. Grayon's golden cube might be part of the forbidden alchemy thing. It's way more powerful. Maybe his cube will be part of his own new driver. Maybe. Actually, you know what'd be interesting? Grayon has a cube. He has a hexahedron. While Atropos has an octahedron. It'd be cool if we get 3 other villains. Maybe Cloth and Lachesis could be included. Maybe it would be someone else. But what if we had a total of 5 villains that had some kind of perfect hedron as an alchemy tool? So we would have a tetrahedron, a dodecahedron, and an icosahedron. I feel like the icosahedron one would be kind of a cheat because I know people are going to be making so many Dungeons and Dragons references because everyone in D&D loves their icosahedrons. I'm kind of upset that I was too broke to get the icosahedral popcorn holder from the Dungeons and Dragons movie, but that thing was like $40, so like no thank you. But I love the design of that thing. Do you know how many dice you could store with it? Or better yet, how many Ranger keys I could store in that thing? Like that's what I want to get. You know. And why just stop at the icosahedron? I would love to get all 5 hedrons as a container. I don't know. Like I'm crazy when it comes to geometry. I still vote for Daybreak Gotchard as the Alchemist of Dawn and not Hotaro Rini's father. Yeah, I guess. See you guys on January 7th. Well, technically, I mean, yeah, technically you'll see me all week, like all the way through. You're gonna see me January 2nd, because we're still gonna be discussing Kamen Rider. We're still going to be talking about Kamen Rider Build and Ultraman Blazar. So while we are taking a break a 1-week break from Gotchard and King Oger, we're still going to be making content next week. So stay tuned. Who's the real secondary writer, Majde or Valverde? We will find out soon enough. But I will say this. When it comes to Kamen Rider Revice, it's definitely Jean. I don't care what anyone has to say. The secondary writer is Jean. Not Evil Live, not to Demons, not any of the Gifford writers. It's Jean. Why is it Jean? Because she's the one who's there consistently. She does most of the work. What's it called? For Demons, he disappears half the time. And Evil Live, he is a villain for most of the arc. He's a villain most of the time. Like, he shouldn't even count as a second writer. So yeah, Jean is the second writer. I know people are going to say, oh, whoa, hold on. Rine is going to become the first female second writer. No. Sakura Igarashi is the first female second writer, and I'm going to take that to my grave. Unless they make Gumbarite cards to prove me otherwise, or like one of those, or an updated version of the Grand Geo thing, where it has more of the writer faces. Unless Toei explicitly says that Demons or Evil Live is the second writer, I'm going to stand by Sakura, aka Jean, being the first female second writer. I used to have an idea of a series with a female second writer, and what's cool is that the main writer would be insect themed, and he would use a combination of two insects, and he would be called the Kamen Rider Twinsect. Get it? Insect twin. So you combine the two words. While the second writer would be called Kamen Rider Triassic, which would be 3 dinosaurs. So yeah. Like, I had some cool ideas way back in the day. Let's see. Now, that's it for the comments, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. This week, we only got 2 videos left. We're going to do Ultraman Blazar on... Hold on, give me a second. I just want to make sure I got the times correct, because... Let's see. So, tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, we're going to do Ultraman Blazar episode 18. And then on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do Kamen Rider Build episode 17 through 22. Why are we doing Kamen Rider Build a little earlier on Sunday? That's because it's New Year's Eve, and we want you guys to be able to get to whatever party you're going to on time. Next week, it's going to be just Blazar and Build. Are we going to do 2 batches of Build or 1 batch of Build? That's not 100% certain, but what we do know for sure is that we're guaranteed to do episodes 19, 20, and 21 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. We're definitely going to do Build on Sunday, but we're just not confirmed if we're going to do Build on Thursday. But that is the game plan. At least 3 episodes of Blazar and at least 1 batch for Build. Maybe 2. Yeah. Our typical schedule after we get back from winter break is Blazar on Tuesdays, Gotchard on Wednesdays, King Odra on Thursdays, more Blazar on Saturday because we're done with Power Rangers and we just want to catch up to Blazar. And I think we might actually pull that off very soon. And then Kamen Rider Build on Sundays. But just to make sure that you're caught up with everything, be sure to ding the bell icon. We've also uploaded our 3-part retrospective on Kamen Rider Dragon Knight onto our YouTube channel. So if you missed it on Facebook about 3 years ago in 2020, don't worry. We re-uploaded it this week on YouTube. Parts 1 and 2 are already out. Part 3 will be out tomorrow morning. That's December 30th, 2023, in which all 3 videos will be completely available. Now, check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews, video game news. We just did 3 Doctor Who retrospectives. Doctor Who, the movie from 1996, the 50th anniversary Day of the Doctor, and the 60th anniversary specials, not counting Church on Ruby Road because we did it pre-Christmas. And January, we're going to be discussing the 4 Crow movies. That's right. Eric Draven, Ash Corvin, Alex Corvus, and Jimmy Cuervo. All 4 Crows. We're going to be covering them in January. Are we going to do the Mark Dacascos, Eric Draven? Probably won't have enough time for that. I hope we do, but I doubt it. We're mainly going to focus on the movies. Now, if you want to check out my personal content, you could find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. In January, I'll be streaming again, and the first game I'm going to stream is Mega Man Battle Network series. We're going to do 1, 2. You guys choose 3. You guys choose 4. Please choose the version of 5 I want you guys to do. And you guys get to choose which version of 6 I get to do. With all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This is if you're not going to be sticking around for Blazar and Build, then this will be the last time you see us for the rest of the year. We'll see you guys next year. If you are going to be watching Build and Blazar during the weekend, well, let's savor those last 2 days of the year together as we ring in the new year. Stay safe, stay hydrated, update your Mercy kits, hug your loved ones. Please celebrate New Year's Eve responsibly, because we want to be able to have another fantastic year with you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting us, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.